Hi guys, my name is Anna, and today I'm going to show you how to completely ace your math class. Now I'm going to be using my pre-calc folder as inspiration, motivation, and examples. So I'm sure everyone's excited for their spring semester, their fall semesters, and you're kind of wondering how to organize yourself and how to succeed in your class. And this is how I organized and succeeded in this class. This was right after my head injury. Not after, like 2 semesters after my head injury. This is the method I formed, and this is the method that worked. For math class, you're going to need about a 2-inch binder because rules, theorems, notes, quizzes, everything, there's a lot that goes into it. So let me show you what you'll need first. So get a 2-inch folder. You're going to need some dividers. You know, everyone has dividers. Everyone just has them, and then we're gonna write on our dividers. We're gonna put them in here. Now you can't do this right now, but once you get your syllabus, go ahead and print off the syllabus schedule. That is the most important, probably the most important part of your syllabus, and it's usually towards the end of it. So what I like to do is I'll rip it in half, not rip it, tear the syllabus in half and just take out the schedule. And the schedule is very important because it'll tell you the dates that you have class, what you're going to learn that day, and then what is going to be due that day as well. So that's very important. Take out a highlighter, highlight when your exams are and how many you have. Also very important for your binder. So go ahead and do that. If you have that information right now, do it. That's how I highlighted everything. Then this is how you're going to break up your dividers. After you have highlighted your exams, you know how many exams you have. So go ahead and divide your dividers into exams. Exam 1, exam 2, 3, 4, and then your final. Go ahead and do that, okay? Now, you're going to need tabs. Now, if you don't have any tabs, you can make your own with a little tape and a little piece of paper. But if you do have tabs, I had tabs for most of this, actually this whole semester here. I invested in tabs or made my own. Grab your sticky note, and not on the side that's sticky, but on the side that isn't sticky, you'll write what section of notes this is. So it'll be like section 2.1, which means chapter 2 is section 1. And that'll help you through this. And also that's how you're going to organize your folder. That's how you're going to organize your quizzes and your tests as well. So let me give you an example. So here is a whole new section. It is, I know it's my exam 2 section. And here are my notes. So this is my first tab. All of this is section 4.1 and section 4.2. And these are all the notes for that, okay? This teacher also loved giving us quizzes. So usually with the section as well, I would put our quiz on there. So here's my quiz for section 4.1 and 4.2. Okay, so it would be notes, quiz. Another set of notes, another quiz. And it worked just great, and it was very organized. And then this helped me because when I needed to go to work, I could just open up my folder, take the notes from that previous class, take them with me, and then be able to read them because I was working full-time. You work full-time, so you don't, but I do. So I need to plan my studying time very effectively, and this gave me time to review all of my notes, but also write down small questions that I had that she could answer next class, because most of the teachers start with, did you guys have any questions on the homework or anything from last lecture? And that's when I could be like, yeah. So on the notes, this page, I noticed this. Why is that? That's how you get the most out of your education is by asking notes, analyzing and studying your notes, and then being able to ask questions, because the teacher is right there and she can answer them right then and there, instead of writing an email, waiting for 2 days, and then her answering, or going to the tutoring center, writing for hours, and then getting an answer. No, that is what you need to do. Okay, now let me tell you how you're going to succeed. You're organized. By this time, you're organized. Everything's cool. But she also gave us quizzes, right? So let me show you one of those quizzes. Sorry, I'm trying to find let me get into a tab. Okay, quiz. So she would give us a quiz after every single class, and she would say, you work as like together and figure it out, and we would. But when you turned in the quiz, she would immediately give you a solutions list, which is everything that the answers, it has all the work and the answers that your quiz had. Now, let's say that your teacher doesn't do this, okay? Let's say she doesn't give you any quizzes or anything like that. Then usually all of math nowadays is online. So your textbook, your math homework is going to be online. But let me show you where you can look up quizzes. Okay, so in your textbook online, you can have a study plan, make your own study plan, and do some questions there. Or if you have like an actual textbook at this page, you go at the end of the chapter and it'll ask you like review questions, and then it'll have a bunch of these practice exercise questions like that. And you know, these have, like, this one has 79 of them, which is so intense. So what you can do is, since it's towards the end of the chapter, you know what you know what you don't know. Go through the questions, and if you don't know how to do one question, write it down and let that be one of your quiz questions. Or as you do the sections, go through the practice questions of that section and do them. That's literally how I study. Okay. But if the teacher only like gives you notes, let's say, or you have your in-class notes that you write down that day, the best way to study is to go through each question that she asked and write it down, and then do the question as well. But you have to give yourself a plan for that, okay? Then when it comes, oh no, stuff is falling out. I'm telling you, this book is extensive. And then by the end of your class, you're gonna have all your tests back with the answers. So it's important for you to, when you get a test back, you look at the answers that you got wrong and you get help on getting them right. Either go to your teacher's office during teacher's hours and set up an appointment with her so you can go through those problems that you didn't get correct with her or him. I keep saying her because my teacher was a her. And do that, or you can go to a tutoring center, or you can ask the student that got a better grade next to you if you could take a picture of it, okay, of their exam, and then you go ahead and figure it out. Those are things you can do. When it comes to your final exam, guess what? You have now neatly organized your binder to where you have each test you took for each section. Go ahead and grab all of those tests and use those as your practice. Be smart when studying though, because it is really easy to be like, I'm gonna do this problem because I know how to do it. I'm gonna ignore this problem because I don't know how to do it. It's really easy to go there. Don't go there. Just go ahead and grab it. And what I like to do, you're gonna love this. Okay. So I'll grab my exam. Let's say this is my exam. Let's say this is one of the exams that I did, and I'm gonna look through it real quick. Okay, and be like, I know how to do that, I know how to do that, I don't know how to do that. Let me circle it with a red pen and I'll go ahead and work on that. That's how smart studying goes. Okay. After that, guess what? You're all set for your finals. I have study guides. So for pre-calc is broken into two parts, the algebra part and the trig part. So I have two study guides here, one for the algebra part and one for the trig part. She gave us these study guides, so I studied them, I answered them, and it was fine. And then towards the end of the class, it was better. Now, if you're a flashcard kind of person, then go ahead and make flashcards about your theorems and your definitions. That's fine. That just takes way too much time for me, and I don't have time for that. I have time to grab the notes that I worked on, that I either wrote myself or the teacher gave me, and study them. I don't have time to sit down and actually write note cards because the theorems are in my notes. And I can just memorize them that way. That's it. Look. By the end, your binder will probably look like this. Sticky tabs. That's how I pass math classes. Do you guys have any other methods? I mean, if you have a method that works for you, go ahead and share it down below, because this is the only thing I know how to do, and this is how I've done it. This is how I did my calculus as well. And it worked just fine. I hope you have a wonderful day. I'm so excited that you're starting your fall semester, and I'm excited I'm starting my fall semester, and I hope you succeed. Bye. Have a wonderful day. Oh, don't forget to subscribe. Bye.